So now today we are going with the demo 2 masterclass. Already yesterday we have seen how it works, how this desktop works and this ETL performance and what exactly is important in Power BI desktop we have seen. Just quick recap, and this all things we have seen. What kind of things will be there in desktop, Power Query, and where we will clean data, and why data cleaning is that much important, why handling missing values are so important, and this ETL and this desktop is free. Okay, let's now go to the Power BI service. Power BI service. Power BI service. Normally, if I open Power BI desktop, what exactly it happens means everyone has to, if I share something, if I share, I can download this file also. Normally Power BI file will be download in the way like PBIX file. It is called as an PBIX file, like how for Excel part Excel SX, in that way Power BI file will be called as an PBIX file. So for this file, suppose if I want to share something, reports or dashboards to end user or to client, suppose. So definitely he have to install Power BI to get access for this if they are using with this desktop version. But in service part, what happens directly, if you deploy it, it is in Microsoft. One second, it looks like this. It is completely like Power BI service account will be getting the organization itself, and I'll be showing you the thing like how to use this. Majority of the things like most of the institutes will skip this service part. What they'll not show you this also. But see how we'll be doing this stuff and how we'll be working over here. We can see have gone with free account. I'll show you techniques to create this account and to go with also. Normally in companies, in organizations, you will be getting this. Okay. Okay, fine. Here in this service, the subscription parts were different. Like if you go for the subscription of this pro, premium, differences, types of subscriptions will be there. Okay, again, it all company organizations headache. We no need to worry about it. Just we have to learn the things and in a way like to cope up with the things in the organization. Okay, so let's now come to the SQL part. SQL. How many of you guys were aware of like minimum knowledge about SQL? Another thing which we discuss in this, another thing which we discuss in this, what kind of you guys were idea about having idea about this SQL? Structure. SQL is structured query language. SQL is structured query language. Okay, where this is used, where this is used, this structured query language, where this is used. See, structured query language means which is again having, having which is having again having rows and columns, tabular format. Same, this SQL will also again have the rows and column and tabular format. So this is also for doing the fetching the data. So suppose if you have the data from the database itself, and suppose normally data will be stored in text, CSV, Excel, and also in databases also. If you have the if you have data more which your Excel file is not supporting, then if your Excel file is not supporting the data, Excel text file, in that scenario you'll be going for this. Not supporting means after this you'll be going for the databases. Okay, you'll be going for the databases. I'll come to SQL part. One second, I'll come to the SQL part. SQL, I'll come to the part. Databases. Here in this databases also, we again have two types of databases. Relational basis and non-relational, relational databases and non-relational databases. Two types of databases. Normally SQL is a language used in relational databases. SQL is a language SQL is a language which used in relational databases. See, I'll show you where SQL list of in which type of basis SQL is used. See, in relational databases SQL is used. In relational databases, SQL is used. Okay. If I come to the list of relational databases, see, there's all the list of relational databases. There's all the list of relational databases. Here you'll be learning one database. Here you'll be learning. Here you'll be learning. Here you'll be learning one relational database, and in that language used is we know SQL. Okay. If you learn one database, just like SQL only, guys. In this SQL here, everywhere. Popular where this. Mainly people prefer MySQL or MySQL. People prefer this mainly. This or this or this. Companies prefer this. Okay. Few companies working on Oracle also. Like the language is SQL only. Some minor difference will be there. Like English is same, SQL consider, if suppose English. Minor difference will be like British English, American English, and Singapore English. Singapore English. In that way, the difference. Same English is a common. English is a common. In that way, SQL is a common. In that way, SQL is the common. SQL is the common. But some we have to cope up with the database. That's it. Like if you're good at this, sometimes like, and also another example is Windows. Suppose if you take Windows, few people are using Windows and few people are using Apple. How the difference will be there, and some few differences how there will be downloading for downloading applications different, some few differences. In that way, SQL is a thing, but date few things like only like 5 to 10%. If you suppose if you have learned here, we'll be teaching you guys with the PostgreSQL part, PostgreSQL. Suppose if you learn this, if you have seen the job description of this MySQL, if you have seen the, and after learning this, you have seen job description with this, just nothing to do. Go and ask ChatGPT for give the difference of this and this. What exactly the difference of this and this SQL Server and this, ChatGPT will give the difference. Only 5% max difference will be there. Max difference will be there. So just learn it out and hit apply this also and this also. If you learn this, that only I'm saying. Just few minutes if you work hard. If you see this all things after learning SQL part, if you see this all things, you don't need to worry about it. Go to Google, ask Google for ask Google in what kind of database that is in, relational or non-relational. That's it. Apart from that, no need to go with anything. Okay, that's it. So here about this SQL part. Okay, we'll be learning about this particular PostgreSQL, and I will show you companies using. See, one second. See, General Motors, top companies were using this, and also even Netflix also. One second, Netflix also using PostgreSQL. So these all companies, top companies. Even Apple, this. These all companies were using Postgres SQL database. Database, relational database. See, if you see the database after seeing that, whether it is a relational database or non-relational database. See, you have gone with relational database. Hit apply. Okay. After this, another is non-relation. We won't discuss this, but I'm saying you for information purpose. Relational databases. Here, data is not in structure format. Example, PDFs, PDFs, documents like this. I'll show you. List of non-relational bases. MongoDB is a good example for the non-relational databases. Example, MongoDB is a good example for the non-relational databases. NoSQL language used is NoSQL. This is a language used is NoSQL. Here data looks like this. Data will not be in structure format. See, data looks like this. There is no relation, graph, document. The data is uneven, key value pair. Just for information purpose. We don't know. We are not going to discuss about this MongoDB. Just relational and non-relational. I went there till. So just for 2 minutes, I've said about this non-relational. Okay, fine. Okay. Let's see in this relational databases. If you see by name itself, in the relational databases, why it is called as relational databases means by name itself here relationship exists. That's why called as an relational databases. Called as an That's why called as an relational databases. Okay. So I'll show you how exactly this will be like. Database I'll open in my local system. Okay, normally we can use this in cloud also. Their unlimited storage option will be there. Here some limited option you can store data. See, page admin. 1 second. It's getting open. 2 minutes. Please. 2 minutes, guys. It's getting open. See, in this way it looks like this. I have to give my password, which I've set up previously. So I'll be going with this. If I want to write a query, I have to go with the. Just I want to show you guys. Don't focus on that. Just see this. Later we'll discuss this while at the time of the class session. There's a demo part. I have to show you the overall view how it looks like and how the queries will be. Okay. Here data is stored in the form of like tables. Guys. Tables. So if I want to get this see, from categories, suppose here already this data we can create tables, and already I'm going with the tables itself already there. I'm going with there. I want to show you how SQL will. If you see that SQL is like an SQL is completely like English, general English. But to write complex queries, you have to invest your time and to think and write that logic. But normally for learning purpose, select staff from categories, suppose, or else like another table. If I target this products, table, the data from this table was table came. Here in SQL, here in SQL, only here in SQL, only data manipulation will be there. No visualizations will be there. In databases, base only data manipulation, bringing insights from data will be there. No visualizations. Only data manipulation, data definition language, data manipulation language. We'll discuss data manipulation, DDL, DML, dropping column, inserting column, how to insert data into this table. If you miss something, how to insert it, how to fetch this, and also if your company is having this, I can bring this into the Power BI also. I can bring the same data files into Power BI. I can do visualizations over here. See, get data. I'm going here, get data, more, get data more, and here, where is PostgreSQL? Where it is? See, PostgreSQL database. You can see this. See, see here, PostgreSQL database. Click on it. Click on that. Click on it. It's going to ask you server and database. Just ignore this. We'll discuss this in class itself. Just I'm fetching this. Okay. See, have to select the tables from that particular database. I'm selecting this tables. Load. Mostly like we can advantage of this is Power BI, like we can fetch the data from multiple sources. See, now we've taken the data from the PostgreSQL and we are bringing the data into this Power BI part. Okay, one second, I'll show you after this. See guys, products table. I'll go to the table view. Table view. Products table. See the table. The same table. Product ID, product name, category ID, unit price, stock quantity. See, you can observe here also. I'm writing. See, the same table. The same table. See, product ID. You can observe this table. Product ID, product name, category ID, unit price, stock quantity. See now, I'm going to the Power BI now. See, this were the columns. See, I've taken, say, product name, category ID, unit price, stock quantity. These were the things where from this PostgreSQL to the Power BI web fetch the data. Okay. See, and also here we can do visualizations. In here we cannot do visualizations. Here only data manipulation will be there. Like in this specific, suppose select star from star means all table, all the columns from the table we will getting. Suppose here if it is in this way, where unit price is greater than, suppose I want to only the unit price is greater than 500. So this only this particular thing. Say, like this, the queries will be. We'll discuss window functions, joins, views, DDL, inserting table into this, creating table. We'll discuss creation of tables. We'll discuss creation of tables. I'll open one second. One second, one second, one second, one second. See, we'll discuss this all topics. How to create, how to delete, drop, add, modification. One by one, one by one, one by one, we'll discuss this all things. Already, this all content is shared with you guys. Okay. See, don't think this is an one this much might be like it is burden for you. Like each and everything subtopic also mentioned over there. Okay, these all things like into the what exactly requires for the real time scenario, that all things will discuss about the SQL part. Okay, so so after this, let's come to the already I've gone with the which kind of roles you can target, like data analyst and Power BI developer. Okay, data analyst and Power BI developer, you can target these two roles, and companies where this and which kind of companies we're using in business scenarios, like companies, majority of the companies were going with the what kind of story the data is telling. They want to know the story of their company's data. They want to know from that thing they can do something. Okay, in each and every industry, in each and every domain, this were using, and the roles you can target like a data analyst or Power BI developer. Okay, okay. Any queries, guys? Still here? What we've discussed? Any queries? Any queries?
Sir, which is better, sir? SQL or MySQL is better for Power BI?
MySQL. MySQL is the relational database. SQL is the language used in the relational database. Everything. You don't know which kind of database companies are going to ask you to use. This is the SQL is a language which used in relational databases. Okay, list of relational databases, where these were the list of relational databases. Here in this all relational databases, we use SQL only. See, SQL is a language. Got my point, Salim? Clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
These are all relational database only, Salim. The language used in this relational database is SQL. The language used in relational database is SQL. Okay, if we learn SQL, you can use MySQL server, MySQL, SQL server. This all in this all databases you are eligible to work. Just
By
mind
just
it.
learning SQL, right?
Huh?
By just learning SQL, we can know
You can
everything.
you can work. You can work.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So after this, guys, any queries, guys, which we have discussed it so far?
Yes, sir.
No queries. No queries. In Power BI, we'll discuss about relationships. Relationships also where we'll be discussing about relationships, data modeling, DAX. DAX is ulti part this. I'll show you one thing in DAX, how it looks like. Yesterday also you guys were asked, right? So in DAX, I'm importing one data. One second. Importing data over here. I'll close this one. So I'll go here. See, I'm bringing one data set over here. How the no coding, but like small petty programming I said about DAX, right? I'll show you that. Load. So see here, go to table view, see this data set. Suppose here you can see, suppose you can see revenue is there, shipping cost is there. Revenue and shipping cost. So from these two columns here, if I want to make this, see, from this sky transportation, here I'm having shipping cost and revenue. Two columns were there. If I want to know the profit from this two, suppose if I want to know the profit from this two columns, the difference of this two, like revenue and shipping cost is this, the difference is nothing but profit only. Okay, see, go here, you'll be having new column, new measure. This two things only mainly used in DAX. New column, calculated column, new column, or calculated column, new measure. Okay, now let's go with the only with this new column. See, the difference we can bring it out. I'll show you one DAX example. New column. See, if I click new column, it's showing like this. And also this kind of thing you can see. Here I'm giving column name. Profit suppose. Table name, column name. See, which table that is Sky Corporation. And you can see this. DAX will be like this. It's going to give you the reference. What you are trying to do, DAX is going to give you the reference. Revenue minus shipping cost. See, Have table name, column name is mandatory, guys. Nothing. Just if you know the path, just what to do if you know. If you know how to ride a bike, just going. Google Maps will going to show you the destination where you want to go. In this way, if you know like some path, it show you. This is a table name. This is column name. Column name. Table name. This is again column name. Just we are adding this operator in between this. Here you can see minus is there. Subtraction. We're doing this with this with this. Hit enter. So you can see the difference of another column was made. You can see the difference of another column was made. Sometimes you have to create new columns. Sometimes you have to create new measures itself also. For that purpose, we have to use this. Measure means like in this way. Suppose if you see this, I'm going back. Measure will be like this. New measure. Entire sum of revenue, suppose if I want. Sum of okay. See. Just take this. Here there's some revenue you cannot see in column. This is like an this only new column can be seen in column. New column can be seen in the column. New column can be seen in column. This column. Measure part. Let's come to the measure part. It cannot be seen in the see some revenue. See 9 million. It can be seen in this text box. This is called as a text box. This is called as an text box. This is called an text box. This is called an text box. Here we can see that. But we cannot see over here in the column. The small like see small thing. It's not people will call this as a DAX data analysis expression, but like not that much. It's very easy, guys. It's very easy. Normally, for data analyst point of view, if you're targeting for data analyst, you don't want to use this. Data analysts will use Python and Power BI developers will use DAX. That's it. As per my experience, data analyst, while I was in a team of data analysts, there I have used the Python for data cleaning, Python for data cleaning, and Power BI for visualizations, BI for storytelling, and preparing story for this. So this Power BI developers will use DAX, mainly DAX and ETL, Power Query, Power Query mainly this two. Okay, mainly this two over here. Well, at the time of storytelling, if you want to manipulate, if you want to do some other thing with the existing columns, means you will be using this two. That's it. That's it. About the DAX part, in this way, DAX looks like.